All right, Brandon, what do you got for us?
Killer bees.
Killer bees.
Yep, but on purpose this time.
That doesn't make any sense.
Well, kind of on purpose.
Has anyone seen a video from like 3 years ago called Mr. Bees?
No.
It's on YouTube. My stepson showed it to me.
Is it like a dude who like has bees all over him and he's like standing there with bees?
I'll find it. I'll send you it.
Okay.
That's all I wanted to say.
This week don't have my article down verbatim, so
okay.
Suffice to say, this person was going for apitherapy, which is just like it's bee-related therapy. The term encompasses venom, pollen, honey. However, this person was basically doing acupuncture, but with bees.
Okay.
They would the person providing the treatment would coax the bee to sting, and they would use it in the same manner they would normally use a acupuncture needle.
To be clear, this isn't like a one-off. This is like a thing they did as a business to lots of people, and people do all over.
Do it.
Yeah,
not just one person who crazily decided to do it, but many people do this.
This particular person
seems like a bad idea.
Had been taking treatments, I think, every 4 weeks for 2 years, actually.
Of the bee treatment?
Yeah. Which, actually, that's something I found out through the article, is you can essentially gain a deathly allergy to bees.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Like she'd been stung. She'd had the treatment like 21 times in the past. Or 20 times in the past. And this was her 21st. And she was fine the other 20 times.
Yep.
And then this time she dies.
She got an anaphylactic reaction.
She basically had the same sort of allergic reaction you'd expect with a bee allergy.
So the acupuncturist or bee person.
Bee puncturist.
Bee puncturist.
My mom always taught me be punctual. Fuck, I suck. Go ahead. It's late. Hate you all. Stop it.
Didn't have like
Stop
an EpiPen.
They were not prepared.
No.
And then not an EpiPen, not any sort of epinephrine, nothing to anticipate that maybe somebody.
Wait. Are you saying the people who didn't have the good sense to know that you probably shouldn't sting people with bees weren't prepared with an EpiPen?
Nope.
That's surprising.
I don't know. Don't most first aid kits have it now?
Not at my workplace.
Yeah, but you'd think people who were dumb enough to start stinging people with bees would be smart enough to have a first aid
sum this
kit
whole thing up
EpiPen.
with this. If Gwyneth Paltrow thinks it's a good idea, it's probably not.
I wasn't gonna dwell on that part. I try to avoid talking about goop.
Yeah, but that's where this all comes from, is he's pushing this stuff. So, yeah, if Gwyneth Paltrow says it's a good idea, it's probably
Didn't
not.
Russell Crowe have like an anaphylaxis or something? Like he had a bad reaction?
I don't know.
I thought he did.
I don't keep track of his hospital records.
Fuck, I gotta look in.
I'm a little bit lapsed in that regard.
You got to keep up on your
should be
Russell Crowe
ashamed.
stuff.
Yeah.
I know.
What the fuck, man?
Bullshit.
I'm sorry.
You're with the program.
I didn't realize that was a qualification. I'm sorry. I'll go.
So what's the scoop on this? Like, she's just a person who went to a crackpot and...
Well, this guy, he doesn't come across like a crackpot, definitely. It just seems like it seems like the way it's described is that he just added apitherapy to his repertoire. I'm sure they're locally grown bees.
Of course. Locally sourced, of course.
Yes. The treatment apparently has roots in China, as so many alternative medicines do. Because
bullshit.
Sorry, it wasn't Russell Crowe. It was Gerard Butler.
Especially if it's not a Chinese original bee, that kind of makes a difference, right? The relative venomness of any bee to another bee can vary between regions.
Absolutely.
Maybe they're just milder when they sting in China. I don't know.
Okay, being Chinese, even if it were, does not make it legitimate, right? Like,
No.
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 Well, this whole idea, if it's an ancient therapy.
Ancient Chinese therapies,
yes.
yeah.
But that's like the buzzword to make something sound more legitimate.
Okay.
That's why you hear stuff like ancient theories rediscovered, ancient medical treatment rediscovered, sort of thing. Because it sounds like it's better for the rediscovering. It's kind of like Damascus steel and stuff like that.
It was Gerard Butler, not Russell Crowe. He injected himself with bee venom and then he went to hospital.
Well, that's why nobody knew who it was. That's why you didn't know who it was.
You know, I love silly...
Gerard Butler is...
I love silly action movies on Netflix, but if I see that it has Gerard Butler, I'm like,
Really?
I'm not watching this.
Yeah.
Actually,
I have standards.
He was in one good movie that I remember.
300?
No, that's
No, that's Gerard Butler.
That's Gerard Butler.
that's the yeah. He was in one good movie. That's right.
Is that the one you're thinking of? Or are you thinking?
Yeah,
of the
that's the one I'm thinking of.
This is Sparta.
He was also in one I liked.
Not the revenge one. Say no.
I thought the plot was interesting.
No, it wasn't. It was,
So why did he sting himself with bees?
in my opinion.
He
Supposed to
he
get
had
rid of
dalliances
inflammation
with
and
bee juice while he was filming the upcoming disaster film Geostorm.
Oh,
And then he
so
told
it's a number of bad decisions.
Yeah. So he had heard of this guy
That's
injecting
right.
bee venom because apparently it has many anti-inflammatory compounds and wanted to try it out after a long day of shooting. So he gets 10 shots of bee venom and then he has the worst reaction.
Right.
I kind of entered this anaphylactic shock. It's awful, creepy, crawlies all over me, swelled up, heart's going to explode. But I go through it and then I find out he gave me 10 times too much. And then he had to go to the hospital.
And he was Michael Jackson's doctor in past.
I decided to do it again because I think
I hope
maybe I
you're
just
kidding.
took too much.
He decided
And
to,
then he had
decided
to
do it
go
again.
to the hospital again. Butler is not the only star to purposefully put bee venom into his body, as Gwyneth Paltrow has gone public about being stung by bees for beauty. Stars, they're just like us, incredibly dumb and willing to repeat past mistakes.
Yeah.
This
is that
why-
actually in the article?
That was the last sentence.
That's perfect.
This is why Gwyneth Paltrow is hard to watch as Pepper Potts.
It is hard. It's like ruins the whole
Yes,
movie franchise.
I'm entirely okay with her not being in the Avengers
not?
films that she's not in.
Oh, good.
I
She was
also
in
can't watch
Spider-Man.
Tom Cruise movies for similar reasons.
Yes. What's it called? The people.
Mummy?
No, the humans.
Scientology.
That's it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Angela, for
After he
reading my
jumped
mind.
on Oprah's couch, I was like, all right, see ya.
Oh.
I really stuck with him for a long time after that.
I don't mind his
Dedicated.
movies. He's crazier than a shithouse rat, but he makes entertaining movies.
Yeah,
How crazy is a shithole?
Hey, yeah, but
I don't know. I'm assuming.
I'd like to qualify that.
I'm assuming as crazy as a Scientologist.
But Scientology, like, objectively hurts people, right? Like, they isolate the people from their families.
they
and
already abuse people.
They ostracize people. They take all their money. They blah, blah. They leave them with no education and no whatever, so they can't get out of the church, blah, blah, blah. It's objectively a terrible organization. And the fact that he's
You're
part of
fine
it.
if you're famous and wealthy, though.
Well, they still get your money.
Yeah, that's true.
You're treated very well if you're famous and wealthy. You
Yes.
get to go to the celebrity center.
Just saying. Anybody who promotes Scientology is probably objectively terrible.